Morning, class. This page is meant to be a set of notes, but we're doing it today as a Bellwork. So after you finish this, keep this available either in your notebook or somewhere easy access so you can check out this later. On each step, the directions over here, this is adding and subtracting monomials. It says remember to combine like terms. This is what you answer. For product rule, tell me what the product rule, answer those two over here. Power rule, quotient rule, and negative exponent rule. So answer each of these, and we're going to go over it in just a few minutes, all right? So until you've answered it, go ahead and push pause on the video. Push pause now. All right, we'll start with this first one, adding and subtracting monomials. The first one we can only combine like terms. In number one, we've got 9x squared y minus 10x squared y. So they have the same variable and exponents, so we can subtract the coefficients. 9 minus 10 will give me negative 1. And the coefficients and variables stay the same. So x squared y. Number two says subtract 6w from 8w. So that means 8w minus 6w. Sometimes it just helps to rewrite it. And 8 minus 6 gives us 2. So there's 2w left. That is adding and subtracting. Product rule. If we have x to the a times x to the b, so we're multiplying, they've got the same base, you're going to add the exponents. So on this one, h squared times h to the 6th, they both have h, so 2 plus 6, because it's the product rule, and 2 plus 6 is h, so 8 to the 8. On this one, we've got coefficients and variables. Do the coefficients first. So multiply negative 2 times 7, and you get negative 14. Now get the a values. This is the product rule, so we're going to add them. I have 2 here, I have 3 here. 2 plus 3 is 5, so it's going to be a to the 5th. And for the b values, I've got 1 here, I've got 1 here. 1 plus 1 is 2, b to the 2nd. Now we're on the power rule. So a power raised to a power. What you got to do is you got to multiply the exponents. So x to the a times b. 2 times 3 is 6, so this is x to the 6th. And then over here we do have a coefficient, so do that part first. Negative 2 times a sneaky 1 is still negative 2. And now we've got m raised to the 5th times 2, right? Because that's power rule, which would be m to the 10th. Now, I still have times m to the 3rd. So now I'm going to have to do 2. I'm going to have to go back and use the product rule and add those and get negative 2m to the 13. Because 10 plus 3 is 13. Alright, next we have the quotient rule. When you're dividing, you've got the same base, you can subtract the exponents. So this would be the same as x to the a minus b. Now, if you have numbers, you always divide those first. What can we divide out of 27 and 42? Let's try 3. So that'd be 9 over 14. And now we've got x to the 5th minus x to the 1st, right? Because it's 5 minus 1. So that's going to be x to the 4th. It's positive, so it's going to go on the top. This is quotient rule, but we got to use power rule first. We got y squared raised to the 2nd. So it's parentheses, 2 exponents, you're going to multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. So we get y to the 4th divided by y to the 4th. Well, 4 minus 4 is 0. And whenever you get an exponent to 0, that is just 1. Last one, negative exponent rule. If you have a negative exponent, you're going to flip the fraction, change the sign. So 1 over x to the positive a. So over here, we still have negative 5. Now, this negative 2 only goes with the x. So x is the only thing that's going to move to the bottom. X to the bottom, and when you switch it to the bottom, you change the sign. All right, this one we've got 4 divided by 8, which would give us 1/2. So start out with the numbers. Now I have k to the second minus k to the fifth, right? 2 minus 5, which would give me k to the negative 3. Well, we have k to the negative 3, which means we're going to have 3 k's on the bottom. Now that you've got all the answers, go ahead and keep this available. I would use this on all of your assignments in this unit.